Hey, good morning. This is Marc Giles coming to you live with a virtual broadcast, virtual workshop. Today we're going to be talking about the goodness of using a realtor and how to use a realtor and what does that mean. So once again, my name is Marc Giles. It's a virtual workshop. And today, and I also want to invite other realtors to participate because this is like a preview for a workshop that we're going to do this Thursday coming at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just so you know, this video is for educational entertainment purposes, not for legal or financial advice. For that, consult your attorney or your accountant. And let's proceed. It's not an offer to lend, and it's not a commitment to lend money. I'm a mortgage loan originator, but this is for educational purposes. And we're teaching you how to buy a home. This week's topic is, what does having a realtor represent you mean? And we're looking at it today from a home buyer's perspective, not from a seller's perspective. We'll do one on that later. So as I do this video, I would like to invite other realtors to, you can hit me up below on Facebook to let me know if you want to participate, because we want to give home buyers as much information as they can possibly get to buy the home that they want to buy. And having a realtor represent you as a home buyer is essential, but most home buyers have no idea what it means when they're looking to get a realtor represent them. And there's a lot of confusion there. And there's a lot of laws about that. So once again, this is presented by the Center for Home Ownership and Community Enterprise. And I'm your host, Marc Giles. Our goal, our mission is for you to live an independent, dignified lifestyle. And of course, that means owning a home and taking care of your financial well-being. So I like to educate home buyers, realtors, investors to buying homes, managing your home, going to the next level, buying apartment buildings, whatever it is your goal is. So originally from the Bronx, and I'm married up in White Plains for the last 20 years, enjoying good life there. And my passion is to educate home buyers about the home buying process. So before we start, if you want to, you can click the chat button, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you and answer any questions you have. And like I said, if you're a realtor and you want to join our conversation this Thursday at 6 o'clock, it's online, a Zoom call we'll be having. Please hit me up below. We'd love to have you on. So understanding your story. So I'm going to go over a few things that you should expect from a realtor as you are participating in buying a house. Right? So some people like to go through different realtors, and I understand that if you're in different areas, you're going to need different realtors in a different state if the realtor that you're using is not licensed. But having a realtor understand your story is essential. Not just understanding, but caring about what you're going through and why you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So that is essential. And somebody who has your back, somebody who understands your goals, your needs. You don't have to give them all your financial information, but they understand if you're on a budget, you're on a budget. And having them get your pre-approval, I strongly suggest in one of our other videos, some of the top things you need to do when you're going to buy a house is getting pre-approved for a mortgage. Your realtor should be able to communicate with your mortgage loan officer only in the aspects of what your goals are, right? Not about your financial data or anything like that, but just what your capabilities are. If you have a house that you already own, you need to sell it. Your realtor needs to know that. If you are, having maybe your family's growing, that's important. These things are important. The size of the property, all of that. Your realtor should not only know it, but understand it, respect it, and appreciate it, and understand your goals. Some people have children. You want to get in your house before school starts. And these are very, very important things when you're looking to buy a house. So next thing is protecting your interests. Now, this is a very, very important area because protecting your interests, and a lot of times this comes down to money. How much is the house? Should I make a higher offer or a lower offer? If a realtor is telling you that right now it's a seller's market and your realtor is telling you to make a higher bid, is that in your best interest? If he's telling you to make a lower bid, is that in your best interest? How would you know that? Most of the times, the realtor is going to have you fill out an agency agreement. Well, it's not an agreement. An agency, it's a disclosure to tell you who the realtor is working for. So Who's paying the realtor? A lot of times that will incentivize the realtor as to who they're going to work for in terms of protecting the best interest. Is it the best interest of the seller, or is it in the best interest of the buyer? A lot of times the commission may reflect that where their loyalty lies. So once again, realtors, I know there's a lot more information. If you're a realtor and you'd like to share more information, we're doing a live workshop on this. This is just a preview on Thursday at 6 p.m. coming up. Love to have you on our Zoom call so you can share your insight and wisdom as well. I'm a mortgage loan originator here in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and I'm doing this to educate our home buyers. So there's a lot of great information that realtors have in terms of how a home buyer should work with the realtor in order to protect the home buyer's interest, make sure the home buyer is taken care of. Another one is the unique local insight. Being that I'm licensed in 3 states, a lot of times home buyers will want to shift from New Jersey to New York or come back to Connecticut. And sometimes they're using different realtors in different areas. And so a lot of times you'll want a realtor who has a lot of unique local insight. And this is very important because there's schools, there are communities that have special interests and operate in different ways. So if you have an interest of your own and you want to make sure that your interests will align with the community that you're going to move into, a lot of times a good realtor can give you insight and understanding into what you can do in order to get that kind of information that you need. And outside of that, I would recommend you even check out, maybe go to a local school board meeting. Like if you're living in the Bronx and you want to move way upstate New York or into Connecticut or New Jersey, maybe you want to, if you found a house in an area that you like and you're committed to moving there, you might want to check out the local school board meeting or the PTA meeting, or go to a community meeting and see what the folks there are like and introduce yourself, welcome them into your world and see how welcoming they are of you into their world. You know, it means a lot sometimes. Because I've had customers who bought homes in certain areas, certain neighborhoods, and it didn't work out well for whatever reason. Maybe the neighbors didn't quite, invite them into the neighborhood or weren't as accepting as they would have liked to be. And so a lot of times it's good to go check these areas out, because you don't want to turn around having to sell your house a year from now because, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And a lot of times we see a lot of houses on the market online and it looks great. It's like, hey, I'd love to move in that house. But when you get to that neighborhood, you really got to embrace the neighborhood, because that's where you're going to be living. Okay, mediator leverage. Having representation allows you to sit back and direct your agent, or it should allow you, ideally, to sit back and have your agent represent you. In New York, you have your lawyer and you have an attorney, your attorney, your lawyer, and as well as your realtor, as well as your mortgage loan officer. And so these are people who are representing you in the purchase of your home. And if you have the right team, you can sit back and ideally sit back and just allow them to handle it. They'll consult you, advise you, and give you the information you need so you can make the right informed decisions. And finally, there's no cost to sit down with a professional, real estate professional, and talk about your situation. There's no cost. That's the good news. Now, you do want to realize that while there's no cost, you're working with commission salespeople. So while they do provide information, at the same time, the realtor has to make a living. So that's why another reason we're doing these workshops, because this is an arena where you can get all of your questions answered without having or feeling pressured by working with a commission salesperson. And also the commission salesperson, they have a family, so it's fair for them to honor their time and be able to work with you and answer your questions, but at the same time, they have a living to make too. So there's nothing wrong with being a commissioned salesperson. We're all commissioned, and that's why we do these workshops, so that we can give you the kind of information you need during our downtime. So Thursday, 6 p.m. this coming Thursday, we're going to go a little deeper into how to have a realtor represent you as a home buyer. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. All day long, I'm answering questions for home buyers, and and home sellers even, all day long. We're talking to homeowners, people who want to buy homes, people who want to refinance their homes. And so if you have any questions anytime, just call me, text me, direct message me, and see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. We'll send out the invites. If you want, you can direct message me your email address, and I'll send you the invitation to the Zoom call. All right, talk to you soon, and I appreciate you being with me today. All right, good day. And end the broadcast. There we go.